They're going to press. They have two really good guards. So I think that's the biggest thing. They play man-to-man defense. They play zone defense. But I think the biggest key going into this game is taking care of the ball because, those are extra possessions for them and less for us. So I think that's the biggest thing.
But you can take advantage of that press, right?
Absolutely. I think, I think the biggest thing is if getting stops defensively, they can't set up their press. So that's number one. But number two, we've seen quite a few teams that press within the Big Ten, and we have good experience with it. And we know they're going to try to create steals, and one steal can lead to another steal. So I think remaining calm and but also, when teams press, you can look long, you can get things in transition. So executing on that will be important too.
What do you see in those two guards that they have?
Yeah, I think very quick. I think overall they want to drive downhill more than shoot the three, but they're definitely capable three-point shooters. So keeping them in front, I think, is the most important thing. And I think that understanding the scouting report, knowing the scouting report, and knowing, who do we need to play tight, who do we need to play for the drive, who do we need to play for the shot, who can we help off of is going to be really important. But overall, they're two very, very skilled guards that, they're going to find ways to score. That's just what good players do, but it's being able to limit those.
Do you process that this is this is your last home game, obviously? Are you thinking about that early and trying not to think about that?
Honestly, I feel like it really hasn't hit me at all. And I think that's just because I'm so locked in and excited for this game. And as a competitor, you don't really have the time for that emotion of this being the last of something. And I think it'll definitely hit me once the final buzzer sounds or once our season, ends at whatever point that is. And I think I've had so many amazing opportunities inside this arena that, this is my last time. So we got to go out on a high note. And our fans have been incredible. Playing in front of 15,000 of them every single night has been so special, and it's been fun to see how that's evolved over my career. And I don't think it's anything that's really hit me yet, but at the same time, I do know going into this game, this is my last. And I think as a player, that's something you can find closure in. You're not, I know this is going to be the last time, win or lose, and just enjoying and soaking in every single second.
I heard a lot of comparisons out there to Ohio State when it comes to West Virginia. Mm-hmm. Are those two games against OSU probably the biggest ones that have prepared you for facing a defense like this?
Yeah, I think they remind me of quite a few teams in the Big Ten, whether it's Ohio State with their press and good guard play. They remind me of Illinois a little bit with really good guard play there too. But at the same time, every team is kind of unique in what they do. They run a lot of different presses, some full court stuff, some three-quarter court stuff. So I think the biggest thing is we can find confidence in. We've seen just about everything this year. This isn't anything we've never seen before. But like I said, got to take care of the ball and got to really slow their two guards down.
Are you going to watch the Yale game with Kylie tonight?
Yeah, it's so funny. My favorite thing is listening to Kylie just scream at the TV about the Yale men's basketball team. It's pretty incredible. I take videos of her screaming at the TV. It's awesome. John played really well, so I was happy to see that for him.
Yeah.
How big of an advantage is it getting to play in front of 15,000 fans?
I think it's a huge advantage, and I think that's obviously something that's very unique about the women's side of the NCAA tournament and something that is becoming more of an advantage as you've seen these type of crowds across the country. Having 15,000 people cheering for you, it's, home games add a little bit extra motivation, a little bit extra, you should play better. You have your crowd to rely on if you're not playing as good as you would like. But I think giving them something to cheer about, I think giving them something that they can really rally around tomorrow, use them to help us get defensive stops, feed into their energy when we can go on a run on offense. But, we've played really well in this building all year long, so I hope we can continue that momentum.
Caitlin, compare that to 3 or 4 years ago playing in front of cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, it's certainly different. And obviously, even that year, we would go to the NCAA tournament in the bubble, and we were a 5 seed, so really we probably would have been on the road if not. And it's just crazy how much things have changed and how special what we're able to do is. And I wouldn't change it for the world, my career and how things have really changed and evolved. And I just hope people continue to show up and support Iowa women's basketball in the way that they do now, because what Coach Bluter's been able to build here is truly incredible, and it's been fun to be a part of.
Do you think about some of your favorite moments in this building?
Oh gosh, there's so many. Honestly, going back to my freshman year, we beat Iowa State, and I think we were down 16.
Yep.
Come back and beat them. My sophomore year, probably the Michigan game at home to win the Big Ten regular season title. The shot versus Indiana last year, the shot versus Michigan State this year.
It's got to be the logo 3 to break the record.
Yeah, Michigan game, obviously. There's just been so many cool moments inside this building and so many different ways that we have won. and obviously there's been a few down moments too, but I think that's what it's allowed us to have success when we do is, you know, we've had ups, we've had downs throughout my career. We've learned a lot of lessons along the way, but that's what has made all this so much sweeter when, you know, you do have the highs of the highs. So
Paige, when you're a really experienced guard team, is it harder or easier to play another guard dominant team, or does it? I know you got to do both.
yeah,
so, but
I
as
think
opposed
it's
to
I think it's good for us. I think in the Big Ten there's a lot of really good guard play. I think we have one of the best guard defenders on our team in Gabby Marshall. I think she's guarded some of the best guard players in the country. Whether it's J.C. Sheldon, whether it's Mara Braun, I mean, whether it's Ashley Owusu on Penn State, you can go down the list of really good guard players that Gabby's had to defend. But also Sydney is a really great defender too, and she's had to go up against some really stiff competition. And I don't think it's anything we're not prepared for. I think we have, you know, we also have great guard players. We have people that can really shoot the ball. So I think it's take and give, but also we're prepared for these moments. We've had the experience and just going out there and showing that.